guys, it is Crystal Lopez here from crystalandcomp.com. Hope you're having a great day. I'm going to bring you along with me as we go into one of our local Walmarts here in South Texas. We are going to grab the ingredients needed to make, my goal was to make a $10 meal. It's going to end up being an $11 meal, but I'm feeding a family of seven. 5 kids still at home, plus mom and dad, myself and my husband. Now, we have 9 kids total. We're a big blended family. I cook for lots of people all the time, but most of the time during the week, I'm only cooking for my 5 kids and myself and my husband. So what is the absolute cheapest meal that I can make? Chicken. My kids have said, Mom, we're having chicken upon chicken upon chicken. This was on sale. Drumsticks are typically the cheapest. Personally, I know that if I buy in bulk, it's going to be cheaper, but for the purpose of you may only have $11 in your wallet and you need to take that to the store and go make dinner, I'm going to show you how to do that, okay? So we are looking for a package of chicken. I'm searching for the cheapest price on a package of these drumsticks, and $4.79 was that package. Even if I took 2 packages that were a manager special that needed to be purchased today, I was going to spend more because those smaller packages have a bigger unit price, right? Okay, so now I am going to grab some chicken broth. When I first walked in the store, I grabbed an onion, but I'm actually going to end up putting that onion back because I find a cheaper onion. You'll see that in just a few minutes. Chicken broth, I bought the cheapest can, and then we need a can of coconut milk. And so I grabbed this one, the store brand. We're going to make a chicken rice bake without using any cream of whatever, okay? I'm keeping tabs here of how much I'm spending. This 1 pound bag is 92 cents. Now I have jasmine rice at home, and jasmine rice is what I prefer, and I buy it in bulk. But for the purpose of this, to show you that you can walk into the store with $11 and feed your family, I'm showing you it can be done. So I need a vegetable to go with this. Is it going to be cheaper to buy canned vegetables? I'll need 2 for my family size. These are 76 cents a piece if I buy 2 peas or 2 green beans. And I have some of this at home in my pantry, but I want to show you guys that you can buy this with $11. So carrots are even more expensive. Kelsey was shopping with me. She said, go to the frozen section. Let's see how much it is there. Okay, so here is some California mixed vegetables, which look really great, but they're $1.16 a bag, which is cheaper than buying 2 cans of produce or 2 cans of green beans or peas. But these vegetables, these mixed vegetables were our best option. So that's what I grabbed. I get more veggies for my buck. And when we first walked in, I saw the bread and I thought, is there any way I could have enough money left over to buy a loaf of bread? And they have dollar bread sliced, dollar bread not sliced, dollar bread that's French bread. I really wanted to be able to get bread to go with this so that we would have our veggie, a grain, or I'm sorry, a veggie, a starch, and then the protein, and then some bread to go along with it, just to kind of help us to feel a little more full, right? So here we go. Here is everything. Now, you could forego the bread and keep it at $10. So these onions were cheaper, even though I have onions at home in bulk. I went ahead and bought this. This one was like 25 cents cheaper per pound, so I grabbed that instead. Now, if you really need to save, don't buy the onion. If you have onion, like powdered onion at home, use that. If you have some garlic at home, you can also use that. What are some ways that you could spice this up a little bit? That's up to you how you want to do it based on the spices that you have on hand. Most people have at least salt and pepper, paprika, things like that. If you want to use some of that stuff, use it. $11.22. There you go. That's how inexpensive this was. We're going to get it in the car and we're going to take it home and we're going to make dinner with it. So here is all of our chicken. I forget how many there are. I want to say I counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 12 chicken legs there. So we have 7 people. Most people will get 2 chicken legs. I'm only going to eat 1, but whatever. Here are all of our ingredients ready to go. I'm going to put the bread off to the side because we won't need it just yet. And we're going to start putting this together. So this recipe called for 1.5 cups of chicken broth, and this can had just a tad bit more than 1.5 cups. Honestly, I could have put the whole thing in because our rice was a little al dente. But it's the whole bag of rice, the whole can of coconut milk, and those are the main measurements. Also, I do like to wash my rice, and usually I have a mesh strainer that I use, but it was dirty. So instead I use this measuring cup that has like slats in it so that I can rinse the water through it. You lose a tiny bit of rice that way, but overall it's okay. So I added some salt, and I will add some pepper to the rice. And then I'm also adding thyme leaves. Now, if you don't have thyme, you could do basil. You could do whatever spices you really like. You could do no spice at all. The salt and pepper is enough. I think rosemary would probably pair well with that coconut flavor as well. Totally up to you. So we're going to add the chicken, but one mistake that I made was I only seasoned one side of the chicken because I put the chicken in there first. I was concerned I wasn't going to have enough space. So I put the chicken in there not thinking, oh, the other side of this needs to be seasoned. So you do want to make sure that you season both sides. Season generously with salt and pepper. I added some paprika for color. I also added some parsley for color. Don't feel like you have to do that. But you do want to make sure that whatever you do, you season both sides because the back side of these legs were a little flavorless, you know. No one, the kids did not care, but I noticed it. You want to make sure that you get the internal temperature of the chicken legs to at least 165 degrees. So I baked this at 350 degrees, covered with foil for 50 minutes. And then I took the foil off of it. And then I actually increased the temperature to 405 degrees because I wanted to like crisp them up a little bit. You could also broil them a little bit and they would brown more, but that, you know, whichever way you want to do it, you want to make sure no matter what that you cook them until the internal temperature is 165 degrees. And then that rice is perfect. It was a tiny bit al dente, but actually after we made plates, what was left, I put foil over it, the foil back on it, and everything, the rice finished, like that steam in there just kind of trapped and really helped the rice to finish up. This was really tasty. It was really good. The more spice that you have, I would have liked to have added some garlic seasoning, garlic powder. That would have been good to add as well to the chicken. I just didn't want to use I don't want you to feel like you can't make this if you don't have a bunch of spices. But I also want you to know, have the liberty to add spices to make this that much more flavorful, right? So here we go. Dinner was absolutely yummy. We had a really delicious dinner. And if you want, you can also, if you've got some fruit, you can add any fruit to it. That does increase your dollar amount that you're spending, but that's up to you based on what you have on hand. So I just want to tell you and encourage you that if you struggle with getting dinner on the table, the best thing that you can do is meal plan. I have an entire video dedicated to how I have meal planned for, I mean, I've been meal planning for 25 years, but I got really serious about it when my twins were born and they're 19 now. So I break it down into the steps and the tips that I have used over the course of the last 25 years. And I know that they'll help you. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. And do me a favor, leave me a comment and tell me what your favorite $10 meal is right now. And I know $10 today and $10 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years ago are not the same. What are you doing to spend as little as possible to feed your family food that is good and filling without breaking the bank? All right, guys, we'll see you in the next video. Bye.